Phone Booth Productions.
Here's the thing.
Well, I get up around 7, get out of bed around 9. I don't worry about nothing, no, because worry's a waste of my time. Show usually starts around 7, we go on stage around 9, get on the bus about 11, sipping a drink and feeling fine. Hello.
Dude, let's just jump right into this episode. Please welcome my boy Brett Pirozzi to
What's
the
up?
Here's the Thing podcast. What's up, my dude?
So, yo, honestly, my first question is, do I call you Channelac or do I call you Snoop
Nope,
on Poop?
we're editing that part out. Fucking dick, right out the gate. All right. So, first of all,
Although I just thought of that now when I was looking at the bottom going by.
yeah. So we'll edit that part out. But welcome to the Here's the Thing podcast. My guest today, Mr. Brett Pirozzi. I'm excited to talk to you, man, because it's been a while since we chat, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I think these days I used to actually live with you, and now I only see you at concerts.
Yeah, right. Hey, so we were just talking about starting podcasts and stuff, and you said you're interested in starting one or what?
Yeah, because I watch. Actually, the only thing I watch is YouTube, is
Yeah.
people's podcasts and people laughing at other people's podcasts, and I laugh all day at people's podcasts. So I figured, hey, I was thinking about making my own.
Well, I mean, mine's pretty goofy sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of one. I mean, yeah, I was actually thinking about doing something like this too with Bernie and I just did a podcast with it's called "This Breakfast Included" with Bernie. He's Duran Duran's bass tech. He has a podcast, so I just did that last week. And TJ, I don't know if you remember TJ. He was Skid Row's tour manager, but he did the Roadie, my documentary movie.
I was gonna ask you about that because I wanted to find that to reference it, and I couldn't remember the name of it. But I know it was.
Yeah, it's called Roadie, my documentary. But the guy that made it, TJ, he's been in the music industry too. So I was actually thinking about doing one with all three of us that we've been talking about recently.
That'd be cool. I bet you guys would have a bunch of great stories to tell and a bunch of good shit to talk about.
Right. That's like something like this. But the other one I was talking about was just being goofy, like watching, people complain about EBT cards and.
Well, that's like the other podcast I'm on. I do the live streams on the Phone Booth podcast, and we get into a bunch of conspiracy shit and goofy shit. And
dude, that's cool. I'd like to jump in on that because that's the shit I watch. And again, I don't even watch TV. It's hard for me to even watch TV.
So what's your go-to conspiracy? What are you into?
Not go-to conspiracy. I just watch all the podcasts. Like I watched the Twins podcast. Those two black dudes.
Oh, the Hodge twins?
Yeah, the Hodge twins.
Okay. I've never watched it. I know who they are. I see them all the time in my feed, on X.
They're on it. I watch, of course, the Joe Rogan and stuff like that. And
yeah.
That one other podcast is pretty funny too, where that guy tears apart the chicks.
Oh, the black guy?
No. It's called Whatever. It's the podcast. It's the two white dudes. The guy with the beard and there's like 8 chicks around the table. And he basically just, tears them apart. It's pretty funny.
Oh, you never seen that out.
You do all this stuff and you've never seen it.
Well, you know what? I'm so busy, doing my own stuff right now. You know what I mean? If I'm not recording, I'm recording 2 episodes today, and then the rest of the time is editing. Which I'm proud to say I learned a lot of what I know from you, man. Living with you, watching you edit videos and shit and music. Remember, I used to watch you all the time. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. How do you do that?
Dude, what's really fucking weird is that podcast I just did, Bernie's, is Breakfast Included. My first one I've done, but I've known him for about 30 years, okay? And the best part is he's worked for Aerosmith, Pharrell from the Nerds, and now Duran Duran and some other people. But he was telling me that he learned from me, which is kind of funny. Because he said he called me up when he got his first gig and asked me what to do and stuff. And like I kind of, remember it. We're old now, but I think that's kind of weird. Well, thanks, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Well, I want to get into
that people. I inspire people.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I want to get into you, Brett Pirozzi. That sounds gay.
Doesn't it?
But no, so Brett used to be my roommate, and he's been around the music industry forever. That's how we met, was you were out with Skid Row. I was just thinking, I remember we met in Lake Tahoe, and Carrie was like, "Oh, you guys should hook up because you lived in Vegas
Yeah,
and I lived
right,
in
right.
Vegas." And then we kind of became buddies after that. Yeah.
You know what's even gayer is I remember that too.
Well, I just remember
I
that
remember
trip.
being in the dressing room with Kerry Kelly, and he was only in Skid Row for about a minute.
Yeah.
And it's funny that I remember the dressing room. I don't remember where we were at, but I do
It was at
remember
some
that happening.
casino, and I remember it was like underground at some casino. And I remember meeting Davy G there too. And
Yeah,
he
I love
was
Davy
he
G.
was like cracking his back, and he would get like in some crazy ass yoga pose. And I was like, "What
I
the
remember that.
fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's crazy that to be that limber." But
I don't remember
but
that.
yeah, and then we became roommates and friends and whatnot. But other than that, I don't really know like about Brett the early years. Like, tell me about like how you grew up. I know you're from New York. Like, how'd you get into music? Your family was into music. Like, what? How? Tell me a little bit
I mean,
about you.
everybody's family's into music.
Fair enough.
But I'm just saying, if you're asking me, like my first bands, like I mean, Bile was my first big
Well, I know
band.
that, but I'm saying like when you was a kid, like how did you get into music? As a child.
You know what's okay? If you're asking me right now, I the weird thing is, if you're really trying to make me dig, I mean, Billy Joel and Foreigner and stuff like that. I kind of grew up with because my uncle always listened to Billy Joel, and
So your uncle was always listening to music or something.
yeah,
Then
my uncle was more the music dude without a
okay.
doubt. You know, and
And then what he handed you a guitar
I'm
one
just
day or what?
saying, no, no, I'm just saying, you're trying to ask me my early,
Nah, yeah, I'm
because now
just
I'm trying
curious.
to think of it because I just saw a Billy Joel documentary and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I used to love Billy Joel. I mean, to me, he was like him and Foreigner, I think were like the first heavy distorted guitars I heard in a weird way, you
You
know.
It's
I mean,
crazy that you just mentioned Foreigner. My buddy Chaz is getting ready to sing a couple shows with Foreigner.
yeah, I mean, I don't really care too much about Foreigner anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're
I
asking
was
me.
never a big Billy Joel fan, but I do like the Downeaster Alexa is a pretty cool song.
I mean, and not for nothing, I grew up and on my radio, I literally had Run DMC painted on one speaker, and I had Led Zeppelin painted on the other
Right?
speaker.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
kind of
grew
how
up
I was too.
way before. Yeah, so we grew up in the times where, to tell you the truth, there was probably only 5 categories of music. You know, it was
Yeah.
rock, and rap was just coming out basically, and disco and stuff. I mean, now there's more categories of music than there are bands. I mean,
Yeah, there's almost
it's
almost as
crazy.
many genders too, right? There's
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
It's crazy today, man. But so all right, so the bio was really your first big project that you're into, and how'd you get into that, man?
It was actually I just met one of the guys in Bio. Like, remember Spit? Oh no, you weren't from New York. Okay, so Spit was a club in Long Island that we all used to go to.
I honestly, I only have heard a little bit of Bile that you've played for me, or like I think you gave me one CD, maybe.
I don't know, probably. But
Yeah,
anyway, I just to get to the point. Bio back in the day was a catastrophe. It was like 13 people in the band, three
you, s-
dudes, said 3 singers who wore ski masks, and everybody else looked crazy. We had a girl dancer blowing fire, a
it
guy
sounds like a
dancer.
Deadly Seven show.
Well, yeah, that's why I think we inspire a lot of people that don't, if they don't want to admit it or they don't realize it. But anyway, you had the clowns in the band. We had 2 drummers. We were,
Wow.
like Slipknot before Slipknot, basically. But and it's even funny because I remember doing shows and people, which is even funny, emailing us. Okay, so they would, that's how they get a hold of us. Email, talking about this band called Mushroom Head, and we would laugh, going, "What the fuck is Mushroom Head?" We were thinking like, "What the hell they even look like?" We were like thinking they had mushrooms on their head.
Right?
So we just ignored it. And but as time went on, it's funny. I got to see them, and I was like, "Oh wow, they actually do look like us. They look like us on a certain version of Bile." My whatever coming out back in the day. But um, I forgot what you were asking me. How I got into fucking music? I don't fucking
Well,
know.
yeah, I mean, like, so you
Oh
started doing
yeah.
Bile,
When I got
and
into
I
when
know.
I
Go
hold
ahead.
on a sec. I just want to say this. That's what I was going to say before I got into the dumb shit. That I remember my brother's friends playing Ozzy Crazy Train when I was little, and hearing the beginning of that, and I thought that was the coolest shit in the world. and that's how I first got turned on to Ozzy.
Yeah.
So when that record came out, that's when I knew. When Crazy Train came out, that's who I knew who Ozzy was. I mean, that's how long ago that shit was.
Right.
I
80
didn't know
what?
about
81
whatever
maybe?
it was. Yeah, I didn't even know. I was a kid. But when I first heard that, I think then I knew I wanted to be, doing music and stuff.
Like
But
I know you play guitar, bass. What'd you start with?
I started playing bass in Bio, and actually, as in Bio, we had a lot of members. So if a guitar player got left or got kicked out, whatever you may, the I would replace them if we needed somebody. So I've even replaced a guitar player, I've replaced a keyboard player, and then actually we lost one of our singers, and that's how I started singing. Because before that, I wasn't singing. I just kind of got And the crazy part is, now that I think about it, the first show I sang for Bile was opening up for Rammstein, which was their first show in America. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa. Yeah, that
At
is
the bank in
crazy.
New York. Because I remember my first show singing in Bile, I can remember. I can't remember a lot more after that.
Right.
I remember another show for the Strangeland release at Webster Hall.
So
I
talk
remember
about
doing
that
that
for a
show.
second. Talk about Strangeland. You guys, so Bile the band played a concert or something in the movie Strangeland, right?
Yeah, Dee Snider has a movie called Strangeland. We're the band in the movie. And if you see the movie, like there was two singers by then. Bio was down to two singers, and the vibe looked different. And I was the singer with long hair, and yeah, it was fun. It was really cool, and it's pretty crazy. At one point, I don't know if they ran out of extras or whatever the hell happened, but if you watch the movie again, you'll see us waiting in line to see ourselves, which is kind of
Huh.
funny because
That's cool.
we're waiting online in the club. It's like raining and stuff, and like literally, one of my band members comes walking out the door, looking at us online, but you can't tell because it's kind of dark. But it's kind of funny that it cuts and we're on stage, but you wouldn't know that because we had all this crazy makeup on.
Right, right. Dude, you know what else I was surprised to learn about you that I didn't know was that you played with Green Jello.
Yeah, it's I played. Okay, I got the Green Jello gig. You know what's pretty funny? Like the older I get, I mean, I don't think I've done anything to tell you the truth, but it's kind of funny talking
Hey,
about stuff
you know
now.
what?
As I get older, I'm like, I've kind of done a lot, man. I really have,
Yeah,
but I
man, you
just never
totally
made the
have.
money for it.
Right.
But Green Jello, yeah. Okay, so I was working with Skid Row, okay, and we were on tour with Kiss.
So you okay? So this was later then.
Yeah, this is in
Okay,
2000.
okay,
In 2000, I joined Green Jello.
okay.
We're in 2025 right now, so that's how long ago that was.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just saying. But I got the gig because Peter Chris's drum tech was Ed Cannon. Ed Cannon played drums in Green Jello at the time, and they needed a guitar player. That's how I joined Green Jello.
That's a
And
pretty cool gig. They have a ton of members too, don't they?
well, when I was with them, it was a bunch of us living. Actually, we lived in that house on Sunset, and it was now it's a shoe warehouse, or I think it was, or it got knocked down or something. But I mean, there was crazy adventures about that place. I mean, that's the first time I saw Be Real. I mean, the first time I walked in that place, I saw Be Real, which is crazy. And it was a big building, and we split it, like because Be Real had one side and Stepper from the Deftones, and we had the other side. And in the middle was like a weird church AA thing. So you'd always see sporadic weird people coming in and out of there. But yeah, that was like in 2000. That's when I moved to LA and I joined Jello, and we did a bunch of shows. But now I've done other shows with him within the past couple of years, not a couple of years actually, because it got, you've seen what he does now, which is great. I mean, it's a great idea. He just
I've only seen the little bit of when you played with them in recent times. Like I saw a video
right, like
from
I
some.
stopped doing it. It's not that I wouldn't do it. Like if it came by my house, I would go play, but like he goes to different states and stuff and has like fans come out and play for him. And he was kind of doing that towards the end when I was with him, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just felt weird.
That is kind of weird.
I'm just saying, I
I
like,
mean,
and I know
it's one way to
Green
tour
Jello
with,
sucks. We're supposed to suck, and everyone sucks, but I like kind of like being good. So after a
like
while, it's like I
it's
want to put on a good show, not a bad
it's
one.
it's one way to tour without having to pay people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean seriously, it's pretty funny. And
Yeah.
they act like they're in the band. I just saw this thing on Ozzy or something stupid like that, like a meme, or that one of the guys in Jello posted and Bill fired him. Like the dude acts like he was in Jello. Like I don't even understand this shit. Like none of these people were actually in Green Jello. Bill was in Green. I was never really in Green Jello. I mean, really, holy shit.
Yeah.
But Maynard was,
Okay.
and and Danny was from Tool. They were
Right.
in Green Jello. I was, but not when they were.
For
What's just kind of funny is that those guys in Tool were in Jello before they were big, which they were, and I was in after they were big. So I guess I'm kind of connected.
That's yeah, it's that yin yang, baby. As my co-host Vince would say, that's dualistic.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So what's going on with Messiah 9?
Cyanide's a new band I started after Bio. I did a bunch of bands, but then I had Creep. That's how I know you when I had Creep. Creep was really good, man. Creep was
Creep?
awesome. I
Dude,
loved it.
I'm hoping Ivan. I've been talking with Ivan, and he might come on the podcast here in a couple weeks.
Cool. I still love Ivan. Ivan's a cool motherfucker, dude. Drummer for
Yeah,
White Zombie, original drummer White Zombie. Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously, that was the best point in my band, was having him in the band. I mean, it was.
It's but so Messiah 9's pretty sick, dude. I like the tunes. You're still doing some video work, but you're
Well, video
do
work is dead, dude. I mean,
yeah.
video work's dead. Music's dead. The music industry's dead. AI is taking over, which is fine. Uh, again, I'm old. I can't explain it anymore. Like it's even taken my drive because even though I have Messiah 9, I have these songs. I don't promote them because I know no one cares. And it's like if I have a video, I shot 2 videos about 2 years ago that I've been editing these past 2 years, and every time I think it's cool, something else comes out with AI, which helps me with my editing, which is fine. That's all great and stuff, but it just it's. I mean, okay, like I have that radio show. I have a radio show. I don't know if I told you. I have this radio show called Vintage Metal Meltdown. Did I tell you
Okay.
that?
I don't know. I don't.
Did I tell
Doesn't
you
sound
that? Okay,
familiar.
it's for the past 3 months. I've been a DJ on Saturday nights. It's in North Carolina. It's So I play all like metal songs that I grew up liking, and I tell stories because they're most of the bands that I've toured with or been in.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. And God, I forgot why I was telling you about that now. Damn it.
um, could you
What was I
host the
talking about the
show?
radio show? I was
Uh,
probably just talking. Oh, I got it now. So I've been hearing about how you can make a song on your phone with this AI shit, and you see it all the time. But I don't want to tap into it, just like I really don't want to tap into the video stuff or anything like that, because in a way it scares me. I do music, I do videos, so it scares me that whatever it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter anymore what I do. I can write
well,
the sickest song in the world. Either no one's going to believe I just wrote it because they're going to think I made it with my phone, or no one's going to care because there's 7,000 other million fucking things of music popping out. Like, didn't some band get like big? They're not even a real band.
um,
Didn't that happen?
it
Like on
sounds familiar.
one of those
It sounds
platforms?
familiar, but I guess my only argument for that would have to be that there is a certain organic feeling from music that can't be captured by AI. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
no, I don't know what you're saying because the AI makes it.
It's so good. I
It
know it's
structures it the way a genius would structure it. Like understand, like it cuts down every angle down the mastering mixing. I mean, really, it's anyway. What a point I was getting at is that beginning of my radio show, I would just do the intro, like all right, Saturday night, blah blah blah. So I ventured into the music thing just to do an intro for my for my radio show, and it's
okay.
insane. I was tripping out. It's insane. Like the intros to my radio show sound like I paid a guy $1,000 to do my intro song.
Yeah. Have
Yeah,
you?
it's
I'll, ha-
stupid. It
I'll have
makes
to
no
play
sense.
you. I'll have to play you the intro for mine after we're done recording. I'll show
Did
you
you
the intro.
AI it or did you do it?
It's AI. The music is AI, but the
Well, you
video's
see what
not.
I'm. Well, that's what I'm fucking saying to you, dude. Do you see what I'm saying to
But
you?
it's a remix of a Guns N'
But here's
Roses
the thing.
song.
I do music. I've recorded music my whole life. And what did I do for my intro? I didn't write it. I went to my phone and I fucking went burr, burr, burr. That's what I mean. The music industry is dead. I'm a musician. I can record the intro. I didn't. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste my time.
Well,
And
one of the things we talk about on the other podcast is how pretty much entertainment's been dead since about 1999. That was like the last really of everything. Like if you think of all the recycled bullshit that we've had since 2000, pretty much, as far as like
you're right. You're
movies
absolutely
and
right.
music, it's just regurgitated bullshit.
They've even started renaming the movies the same name as the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's like crazy.
Well, did you know Die Hard is even a remake of an old movie called The Detective?
See? No.
Yeah, it's a
I did
Frank
not know
Sinatra
that.
movie.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I didn't know. But
But
yeah, everything has been dead. Like, I'm just trying to I said like on the other podcast, I know I said this before. It's like there will be no more rock stars.
no.
Okay, that's why these bands from the '80s could still tour. You understand? Like, especially since if you say 2000, I completely agree with you. Like there's around a certain time, like right around 2000, right after that, everything stopped.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing is, again, I hate saying it, and it just they come to my mind. The last band I can remember to get big was Five Finger Death Punch.
Five Finger.
Okay,
Yeah.
there has been no band since then that has gotten big and stayed around. Let alone they're headlining. They're you got they got people like Manson and everyone else opening up for them now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. But they're the last band that I can remember that got in that last little wave of.
What was that? Mid 2000s? Like,
I can't remember, but I
yeah.
just remember when it happened. Then I remember started getting paid to play, and then like a lot of weird shit was going on the internet and your music, and you couldn't make money in music, and now it's like that. There's that guy Youngblood. Like I don't even know who the hell that guy was
Never heard of him till the Ozzy
until I
thing.
saw the Black Sabbath thing, right? And now
Yep.
he's the biggest guy in the world. And then
Yeah, I see everybody posted about him too, and I'm like, where the fuck were you before this? Like,
and then the weird thing is when I got into that algorithm, his things kept popping up, and then a video popped up of him singing that Kiss cover. So I don't know if he covered a Kiss song, but there's that song "Made for Loving You." It was in a movie or a series or whatever. I remember seeing that because I remember hearing the song in the series and going, "Oh wow, that's Kiss." Okay. And then when this video came by, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's that like chubby fucking fat kid with fucking eyeliner singing fucking whatever on YouTube, getting millions of views."
yeah.
So that's who he is. He's a YouTuber. He got famous covering a Kiss song on YouTube. To me, in a weird way, as that doesn't really count as being, even right now he's probably the rock star of the time because there
Yeah.
is he's huge, but
But
he looks
these
like a
people,
rock
but
star.
the people that are making him this rock star right now are probably too young to even know the difference anymore.
No,
You know what I mean? Like we're from the old school. Like they're
all I'm saying is that yeah, he's a rock. I mean, I can't deny it, the dude is a rock star, but I'm saying it's a different time. YouTube and all that shit. People get YouTube, whatever you call it, YouTube famous or whatever the hell, and they don't stay around. No one stays around. This guy will probably stay around because people will probably. I mean, it is kind of refreshing seeing some guy like, what the fuck you, Sex Pistols kind of fucking attitude, like Oasis was, even they're making even they're playing again. You know why?
yeah.
Because they're still rock stars, and there's
Yeah,
nobody,
they're playing huge shows right now.
like nobody has filled that gap since those kind of bands have come out. Of That's why Kiss can still tour. I mean, that's why I still have a job with Tesla.
They're gonna
That's
tour
why.
as
Listen,
a fucking animation or some shit, I
I've worked for
guess.
Skid Row for 20 years. I worked for Dee Snider for probably 7, 8 years. Been with, God, I hate these years add up. Some of them intertwine with each other. But I think I've been with Tesla for about 6 years now, okay? And we're still going strong, and we're still booking up next year. Poison's still touring. Def Leppard's still touring. I mean, all these bands that were big in the 80s are still touring. And I'm not saying they wouldn't be if this wasn't like this, but in a weird way, I don't think they would, because they would have been cluttered with other bands that would have took their reins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no one has. because there's
true.
the substance, everything has gone down, especially with the AI. Now it's just dead in the water. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
even video editing, movies. I love seeing it though. I love seeing the actors though, the ones that thought they were the shit now fucking probably can't even get a gig because they'd rather just they can just type into the fucking computer and
yeah.
shit out a movie. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
it's
it's all
fucking
that damn
crazy.
auto tune's fault. Fucked everything up.
And then auto tunes is even I remember when you'd see a Nine Inch Nails show or people like, oh, they have some tape going, and because even in bio we played the tape, we had a lot of tape going because we were a sound effect kind of you
Yeah.
know band, but bands did that, Ministry did it, bands did that, and then it's funny. I never realized bands like Motley Crue did it until I started doing shows with Motley Crue, Vince Neil, and I started hearing the tapes in the set
Yeah.
background, and I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. And like that was just a now the bands don't even bring their amps up anymore. I'm not saying that they're not playing. They have like all these new things that they put their heads in and stuff, and like the Kempers and whatever. But I'm just saying it's pretty it's pretty crazy
Yeah.
what's going on musically,
There's
and the big bands now are these girls. I don't even know who they are, but you flick
who?
through YouTube, you'll see them playing in front of like millions of people, and you're like, holy shit, I mean, the girl is hot, and then you're like, and then if you unmute it, because I always have my phone on mute, so I don't even hear the shit, and then I'll go unmute it, and I'll go, oh yeah, that's that song I keep hearing on TikTok, and I always say TikTok, I'm not on it, but on YouTube when I fly through those things. Most of them are TikTok stuff, but
Yeah.
it's those songs you hear in the background. At least I was like, oh, that's why this girl is that big because that's that
I
song I
never
keep
heard of
hearing
her.
on. Yeah, again, I can't even tell you the name that I saw.
Yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even flash through the videos like that. You know what I mean? Like I kind of scroll Twitter and that's about it. You know what I
see, I'm
mean?
never on there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never on there. I'm never on anything. I'm
Yeah.
really not. Like, I'll just scroll through that stuff. Like, if I'm bored.
I miss MySpace days, man, when it was natural.
Yeah, I miss selecting my top friends, bro.
Right?
Like when I was in charge back then.
But so what else has been going on, man? Like I didn't even know your dad this radio show. That's pretty cool though. How often do you do it?
It's Saturday nights at 11.
Okay.
It's
See, I record on Saturday
99.3.
nights. I'm
Yeah, I don't
usually
do it
done by
live.
then.
I don't do it
Oh,
live because I'm always I'm always on away. So
yeah,
if I have to go away, I'll do it earlier, which
we
is kind of
do
funny.
on
But
Saturdays we do 4-hour lives, man. If you want to check it out, those are good nights,
we're about to go live. It's a real radio station.
Yeah.
Understand? Like it's a real you drive it in your car radio station.
Yeah.
Um, and it's weird. It kind of just fell into my lap. The guy was like, we need a metal DJ. I was like, yeah, I've never done it before, but it'll be fun as hell.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
pretty
awesome. I'm
cool.
having a great time. I mean, I tell all these stories about being on the road with Kiss and Guar and whoever Skid Row,
Who
whatever.
give me a crazy road story, something you saw on the road. I have a couple road type questions I want to ask actually. Um
Well, all
oh,
right. Do you want? Okay, I'll tell you the Kiss story because to me the Kiss stories are always the best, and everybody loves Kiss. Um, you know what? Hold on, I'm not going to do that one because I said that on the last podcast.
how so in one of the episodes that I did, the first episode where I'm talking to my co-host from the other podcast, one of the guys in the band was in a band called Remembering Never, and they toured back then in the early 2000s and whatnot. And I asked him if he ever shat on a tour bus. You ever shit on a tour bus?
Yeah, twice.
Twice? Oh,
Yeah, bag of shame. You got to put a bag on the.
okay. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
the only
move.
way you get away with it.
All right, all right.
That was your question.
Yeah, no, he answered that.
If I said no, you'd be like, "Hey, bro, you ain't never been on the road, you lying motherfucker."
Well, Ted answered that he shit on top of the bus. He got up on top of the bus and shit.
Well, no. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, if you do it, you got to put the bag in it. It's
Yeah,
called the bag of shame, walk of shame.
that's the
You
move,
know,
huh? All right. But yeah, I mean, what's
if you
something
have to do
crazy
it.
you saw out with? I mean, you went all over the world with Skid Row. I mean,
Oh yeah, dude. it's crazy. I have a hard time remembering like a lot of stuff that I've done, which is crazy until I start doing this stuff. Then I'll start remembering stuff
Yeah.
like I'm gonna. Okay, I'll tell you because I told this Kiss one, but then again, like who the hell watched that? I'll tell you this one because it's a really good one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, actually, there's two of them. There's an Ace one and there's a Paul one. Okay, Ace comes out and he's about to sing "Shock Me." Okay, and he goes out. All right, this next song is called "Shock Me." Hit it, Peter. And Peter goes, "We played that one already. They played it already. They already fucking played it." And he's like, "Hit it, Peter." And then so Peter goes, "We played that one already." And Ace goes, "Huh? What would I do without you guys?" And then Gene, you hear Gene from the side of the stage go, "Nothing."
That's crazy.
That really happened, and that was the farewell tour in 2000.
Dude, can you believe they've been farewelling for a quarter century?
And then when I put it together, I forget that was with Peter, Chris, and Ace Frehley. So in a way,
That's special.
it's a different kind of farewell tour. So I guess it makes it okay for them still doing a farewell tour because it's not with Peter and Ace. So that kind of was that one. And
Yeah.
then, whatever happens, happens. And then did I ever tell you that we used to, Snake used to give Paul Stanley that name before he went on stage? Ever tell you that story?
I don't think so.
Okay, so when Paul goes on stage, he has to, he's like, "All right, people," you know? So Snake, we think of a crazy word and put it in an envelope, give it to Paul before he walks on stage. He's got to open the envelope, read it, and then use it in his spiel, when he goes out there. So one night we gave him Diaper Fight. Okay? It's just so funny, man. One thing cool about working with Skid Row is that I'm always with Snake, and Snake's always, everybody loves Snake. So I get to see all this. Again, it wasn't me, it was Snake. So I was just his boy there. Okay, so anyway, Paul opens it up. It's like, "Hey, Diaper Fight." Okay. And he walks right up and he goes, "All right, I see a lot of little kids out there. I don't want to see no diaper fights going on." And then you hear like half the crowd just go, "What?" People start laughing, and then all you hear is me and Snake cackling on the side of the fucking stage because we just couldn't believe he fucking said it. And
That's
and
crazy.
we did that for 2 weeks. So we gave him a bunch of words and he used them, but diaper fight always sticks out
That's a fun one.
in my head but anyway, those are some like whatever stories, and I got the Guar story, and the Ingve Malmsteen story. You want to pick one of those? You want to hear?
Let's hear the Guar one.
Okay,
I just watched a podcast with one of the guys from Guar was on it just this morning.
the Guar story is pretty crazy because back in the day, it was my first big tour with Bile. Okay, it was like Guar and Crowbar. Like to us, those were like our first big tours. Anyway, we're opening up for Guar. It's like the second show. I'm on mushrooms. Okay,
Oh,
the show's done. Took a bunch of mushrooms. Dave Brocky, odorous, comes up to me and he's got this handful of pills and he's like, "Hey, bro, you want some of these Quaaludes?" It's like the
shit.
same ones Kurt Cobain OD'd on, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm good, bro. I'm on these mushrooms, and he goes, and I was like, "Fucking hey, crazy, whatever." So night goes on. I'm in the bus, in Guar's bus with Ballsack and Jizmac. I forgot their real names. Ballsack, Jizmac, the guitar player. Anyway, so we were up in the bus hanging out, and then there's a knock on the door, and it's the people from the hotel, and they're like, "You got to come inside. One of your guys is on the floor in convulsions." And I'm like, "Holy shit, tour's over." I'm like, "Wow." It's my second day on tour too. I remember that.
Damn.
And this is in 94. And isn't it crazy that I can remember that just because of what was going on? Because to me, it was my first big tour at Guar. I loved Guar. Here I am, just couldn't believe I was hanging out with them. And anyway, and I'm on mushrooms, so I'm tripping. And then we walk into the lobby, and the Christmas tree is on the floor. So apparently it was around Christmas. Odorous Dave is on the floor. He's like drooling, going, "I'm on medication, I'm on medication." Like, what happened? Like, he jumped on the desk and ran across, jumped on the Christmas tree, knocked the Christmas tree over, and says he's on medication on the floor. And so the security's around him, everyone's around him. One of the guys in the band in Guar picks him up, and he's like, "I'm on medication, I'm on medication." And like, I'm like, on mushrooms, dude. I wish people could see what I saw, because I'm like, what is going on here? Dude's gonna die. The tour's over. I'm going home. And he's like, I'm on medication. I'm on medication. I'm on medication. And he ran out the door onto his bus.
Jesus.
And then we ran to our rooms because we didn't have a bus. We had a van back then, so we didn't want to get kicked out of the hotel.
Right.
But the whole time, I'm like, Kurt Cobain, Quaaludes. Oh my God, dude's dying. I mean, like,
that's crazy.
And the best part is, I kind of don't even remember saying anything, which is funny. I don't even remember going, "Hey, dude, he told me," blah, I don't remember even doing that. I just remember just being like, "What is going on here?" Anyway, that's the dumbest story I had.
Oh, that's pretty wild one.
Fun. We used to have fun.
Did the tour go on though?
Yeah. Tour. He was fine, dude.
Wow.
He was just odorous being odorous, dude. I mean, really.
So he was just fucking around then.
He was totally fucking around. He was just fucked up, man.
Damn.
He was just having fun on tour.
That's a lot to take in, man. Especially them Quaaludes, man. That was
94. So I don't know how old even he was back then, but I remember the year because our tour shirt said Core Tour 94.
Damn, so you got out early then when you were on the road. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. What year did you start touring?
I don't remember that.
Don't remember that. Wow.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I just remember the first real, I think, that was like with Guar.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Again, I really don't remember. But I remember that, which is kind of funny, that Rammstein show, which is another funny story about that. The bank is that we shared a dressing room. So
is that an arena or is that a stadium?
No, it's a small bar. It's called the bank.
Bar.
It's the bank in the city. It was an old bank. It's in New York.
Wow.
It's in New York. It's called the bank. Okay, I don't even know if it's still around, but it's small, dude. It was an old bank. Okay, with one dressing room. So, Rammstein had 12, 13 people in their band. We had 12, 13 people in our band. They didn't speak English. They just spoke German.
I think they still only speak German.
And they had these silver outfits on. And remember, this is their first show in America. We didn't know who they were. Our manager, Ramsey, worked for TVT Records. And I think they had something going on with TVT Records. I think our manager was trying to get us signed to TVT at the time, which didn't happen. And I think I don't even know if they got signed to TVT or not to this day. I'm talking about it, saying that's how it happened with us. Our manager got us the gig, opening for this band from Germany. And we were like, whatever. And then, because we thought we were the shit, we were the craziest shit before. Before Slipknot and Manson came out, we were the craziest shit. And
I listened to some Bile recently, and man, it holds up today, man.
If you like industrial,
it's
metal,
like real industrial.
It was what it was. Yeah. That's why when Slipknot came out, they won. It was basically looked the same, but they were fucking musicians. Like, that shit was out of control. Couldn't deny that when that came out. Like, oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah, they're tight.
Oh man, I forgot what I was talking about. Hold on,
well,
you're smoking weed. Let me get my bowl. Hold on.
Yeah, dude.
Hold on, let me get my bowl.
All right. Man, this is the first episode I'm gonna have to heavily edit.
All right. Hey, you there?
Yeah. I was just saying, this is the first episode I'm gonna have to heavily edit.
Well, cool. Well, hang out. I'll give you a bunch of fucking time.
Yeah, man.
Actually, it's funny. You know what I want to talk about? Are you gonna? You edit this shit?
Yeah, I'll edit a little bit out, but we'll pick up.
So I can't smoke weed.
I've been smoking weed the whole time, bro.
Right. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Because I'm just saying, because I'm going to talk about shit that I see on YouTube, and I actually, what I thought about the other day? I was like, all these, it's funny how chicks are like, yeah, let the guys in the girls' room think they're girls,
that's just
right?
Stupid.
I was laughing the other day going, it's pretty weird how you don't see any of these girls going, put the seat down.
Right.
They should be protesting with signs.
That's hilarious.
Clean up your piss when you pee. Don't leave splatter on our seats. Okay.
You should do that. You should create some content. Go make a viral video, dude.
I give it to you, dude. I give you all my brilliant because I laugh all the time, dude.
Actually, that actually does fit in good to the whole toilet humor that I use. You know, like
because
I
not
did you
one of them is going, "Hey, this trans girl left the seat up."
That's funny. That's
There's
funny.
piss all over the fucking seat. Anyway,
uh,
cool. This is before my bowl. You're gonna get some good
yeah,
stuff now.
just catching a vibe.
Oh my god! And did you see that dude that shot up the church? The guy that's a girl.
The last what man? Like the about
Does that
almost.
not? Does that not look like Rocky Dennis?
Is that the one
Dude,
goofy picture?
it
Yeah.
looks like fucking Rocky Dennis, bro, from Mask. People are crazy.
Dude, I'm gonna throw a Messiah 9 video on. What do you think?
Oh yeah, dude. Throw a lyric video on.
Which
Oh, we
one?
have lyric videos, so
What do you like? The scriptures. That's the name of the album. I'll do the We Are Messiah 9 song. Is
yeah,
that
start with that one. I haven't seen it in a while. I forgot you play videos. That's cool. I get to see my video. I haven't watched it since forever. But they're all lyric videos,
why is it all
splattered
full of
with
this?
us here and there. If you really want to, so this is what you do. You play videos too, and then like what the people got to watch us watch videos.
Yeah,
All right,
basically.
cool. I can still talk, right?
Yep, go ahead. I'm just gonna pull up the right one here.
Dude, did you know about cashless bail? I had no idea.
I hear people talk about it, but I
Right.
don't really
That's what I'm
know
saying. Right. I
about.
didn't know either. That's what I'm trying to say. There's so much dumb shit that's been going on that people didn't fucking know about. That these fucking people. I mean, I don't understand how you can make that a law. That hey, we're gonna let you go and just pay us. Yeah, pay us when you get it.
Right, dude. Have you heard? You know what's even crazier, dude? Have you heard about like you can people can get like Starbucks coffees and fast food shit like on credit now. Like you
Well,
can like
that's fine. I'm just fucking saying you get arrested and you can get out without money. I
yeah,
had no idea that was a thing until last week where he signed the fucking bill and he was like, no more of that shit, motherfucker.
it's just wild, man. All right, I'm gonna pull up this video. Here we go.
Oh, this is the scripture. Or is this Messiah now? I don't even know anymore. This is the scripture. All right. I'm gonna load up for bad ever. Yeah, dude, you better like better love. You know what I'm saying, man? I look at that, I'm like, hey, it's funny when I watch this, I'm like, this is the beginning of AI, basically. Yeah. Like all these pictures are like mid-cherry when mid-cherry first came out. But of course I edited it. So, yeah. Yeah, it makes it really into edits. So why did it? We just have favorite line of the song. Oh, there we go. I see it. Yeah, not people saw this. Yeah. It's not AI, motherfuckers.
Dude, that's sick, man. I want to play "Feeding the Carcass Dead" too, because like that really, I really like how
That's
you
the one
put the
Bones is in.
yeah, and I really like it because it shows off your like video production skill, like because I know that
When
you
I
put
was
the
into
video.
shooting stuff. Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah,
dude.
are you still doing smudge works?
I don't know. I don't even know what. No, I'm not
No,
doing really anything anymore.
no.
Again, it's like no one really cares. You know. But I'm just doing like there is no enough. There is no one needs videos or anything anymore.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to
I
say.
know.
You
Yeah.
know, like if I wasn't on tour, I used to make money editing videos. Now if I'm home, I'm not really just you know, making money editing videos.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite videos that you put together. It's a good one. We'll blow it up.
I don't know how crazy Bone looks. Look like that crazy looking guy in his videos at Burning Man.
Yeah, right. That's funny. Right in one of those plates.
I'm gonna move back to Vegas soon.
I wouldn't want to live there.
Oh, live out of Florida. Which wasn't like skipping. At least the
My
music
shitty
isn't.
computer.
At least the music isn't. Wow, looks like first plugins to Final Cut Pro. That's how old this video is. The comic book plugin. It's funny we shot this at his house in that old trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that RV in the back. He made it like he was going to work. Look at the number. Lucy Lucy. See, that makes this cool. Like, this is like free anything. It's like actually, hold on. It's actually. I use the actual video camera to shoot this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't use the phone. I actually used the video camera.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. How came together so cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because I can't think of anything now, and I was so into it back then. Like I was so into shooting all this and shooting how crazy it was, and
Yeah, I just want to because I want to hear you talk about it, man. Like, it just sucks, because like you're saying, everything's becoming AI, and I mean, this was like, the a little bit before AI, but it's just like,
way before.
it just goes to show you on a budget, what you can make, and it come out so cool, like that.
Yeah, I
That's one of the
mean, I
better
put a
videos.
lot of work into it now. Like now, it's almost like there's no reason for you to put that all that work into it because you could just throw it into the, whatever one you're using, and it'll do that for you. And
Yeah,
again, no one, it's funny because the one of my favorite movies is Idiocracy,
yeah,
and we all know that that's what it's come to. And if anyone that's seen that movie knows that that's what it's fucking come to, right down to even people, the smart people not having kids, and all the fucked up people shooting them out.
yeah. I mean, we are
It's
living
so
in it.
crazy.
I mean,
And like, here's the funny part. Just the percentage is kind of funny. I don't have any kids. I picture myself pretty sane. I'm not crazy. I'm not as crazy as I look. You
not
you
as
don't
crazy
have
as the
any.
life you've lived.
Yeah, you don't have any, right? A
No.
lot of my friends don't have any that are that have common sense. That people that aren't like, what the fuck is wrong? Anyway, but the people that do have the kids, I'm like, what the? Not because they had the kids, just because. they shouldn't have had kids.
Right.
So the kids that come out are fucking crazy. Just like the movie, that's all I was trying to say. It's one of
Yeah,
my
and they're
favorite movies.
growing up with these fake
Oh,
artists all around them, and
what I
fuck.
was getting to is that even music videos nobody watches anymore. You
Yeah.
understand? So people are watching, again, like Idiocracy, people getting kicked in the nuts. And, it's crazy how ahead of a time, ahead of, it's just amazing because that is what's going on. We are watching those things that Homeboy was watching, sitting on the couch he could shit in, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's watching those fucking videos. That's
Yeah.
all we watch. People don't watch movies or anything anymore. And, it's,
Well, are you like a conspiracy theorist in the sense that you believe in like predictive programming, like they put this shit out on purpose to get people to
oh, yeah, of
accept it,
course.
you
Yes,
know?
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? This chick I know. This is how conspiracy theory she is. You should probably get her on your podcast because it's actually interesting that I wrote to her that I was like, my ears always ring. Okay, like I got tinnitus. I mean, my
Yeah.
ears are
I'm
always
sure.
ringing.
I'm sure
But
from
lately,
from all the shows,
lately
Sure.
I've been hearing like all of a sudden I'm sitting there and it'll change a frequency right out of nowhere, and which is always weird to me. And I just always sat in my head and like whatever. I'm like, oh, my ears are unclogging or something. It's changing the frequency. So I saw her. She's one of those scientist kind of people that she started talking about the 5G and all that shit and how
Oh yeah.
their frequencies and blah blah blah, and it's programming people and the frequencies you hear in you hear it in your. I'm like, holy fuck! I was like, yeah, wouldn't that be funny if that's what's going on? Because my ears have always rung, but for the past 3 or 4 years, I kept hearing the dips in frequencies, and I don't want to. Hold on, let me get my tinfoil. I'll be right back. What'd you say? I don't want to, because again, I don't think I'm not like, whoa, what's going on? I don't give a fuck. But I was like, wow, that is kind of, it's funny like that's because that's how that shit happens. I was never even thinking like that. Okay, I'm just thinking my ears are fucked. And then I
Yeah.
read her thing, and I'm like, yo, wouldn't that? Holy shit! I always heard bad shit about the 5G,
Yeah, it's
and like
crazy.
and we are waves. Like I know waves affect us. Like
Oh yeah.
that's a real fucking thing.
Um,
You can't anyway.
this lady that we just talked to was talking about how you can drink salt water and it's supposed to be really good for you to balance out the electricity and whatnot in you. Like it's supposed to be, it's supposed to actually do something to the metals that are inside of you that help.
You
You
know, it's
know,
funny. It would make sense that we're surrounded by it, and they tell you not to drink it.
yeah. She
Listen to
said
us, bro. We're digging the hole deeper right now.
she says she drinks. I think what did she say? Like 1 to 2 liters a day or something like that
You
of it.
can't drink salt water like that,
She said she does, man.
dude. Even when you
She's
get
got a
caught in
YouTube.
the
She's got
current
a
and you get
YouTube channel. Look up Victoria Salt,
I'm
man.
not gonna do that.
She was just on the phone booth podcast, and then we had
I don't.
a stream yesterday or Monday.
All right. Well, that's like a. Did you see? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Did you see that Mother God documentary? Whatever the hell that was. That girl who thought she was God, and people, the cult that
Mm,
were following her until she was like dead, turning blue, and they were waiting for the aliens to come get her. It was like one of those alien
no,
things. Again,
no.
even there's a part in the documentary where the clouds look crazy, and they're like, "Oh, there they are, cloning the clouds. They're videotaping it. Like they're right behind there, coming." I don't know.
Wow. No, I'll have to check that one out.
But yeah, if you want to. Yeah, I forgot. I don't know if it's called Mother Love, but the girl's name is I call that. You have to watch it because then there's like a guy who's like a tweaker comes in. He's Father God. He becomes the.
Ugh.
It's pretty crazy, dude. And the funny part is
And what's
the chick
crazy is
was
they get
hot
people to
in the
believe it.
beginning. In the beginning, she was hot. She was like a hot chick, and by the end, she's like this dying hippie blue
Uh,
girl. And at a point, she's actually like fighting for help, but the cult is at the point where they're like, she doesn't really mean that. She really doesn't want to help. So she's like, fucking, I want to live anyway.
That's crazy. I just can't believe people believe it. People believe anything. It's like, even if and this is crazy to talk about. I don't talk about this stuff too much on this podcast, but like even if Jesus were to come back today, people would look at him like he's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like
Well, they
it'd be
do.
Yeah.
Jesus is back, bro.
Well, that's what I heard.
People look at him like he's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I swear, you know, I don't understand why these people just don't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
But
not religious. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, no,
I'm not
I'm not
religious at
either.
all.
You know, well, it's a
And
hot button issue, you know, on
and
the other podcast, but
and sometimes it's kind of funny when you think about it that religious people is besides all of the molesting that goes on in certain churches, but that the part that they are hoping for is like, you know, when he comes back and he saves them and kills us. I mean, I'm just saying, isn't that a weird thought to have?
yeah,
Like,
doesn't seem very nice.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he's gonna come back and you guys are gonna go die and we're gonna be fucking saved. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy, man. Then I'm like, wow, maybe that is
but he
real.
loves you.
But I'm like, maybe that is real. It sounds like something somebody would do.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
And I'm sorry. Oh my god.
But hey, man, it's good to catch up with you, man. You know, you got anything you want to plug? You got
No, I'm not
anything
really
you
a
plug?
plugger, man.
No,
I just
I
want to,
mean,
you know, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't seen Roadie, my documentary, that movie I'm in, see it. It's awesome. It's pretty.
it
cool.
is pretty fucking good, and I was
Strange
surprised
Land's pretty cool.
because you're the first person in the documentary that pops up
I'm the
on the
best
screen. I was like,
person.
boom! I was
There's
like,
me and somebody else. I forgot his name. He's got blonde hair. He might work for a crew or something. But me and him are like the funniest ones I remember. Anyway, I haven't watched that in a while. And then again, I'm not gonna lie. I saw it once, and then if I watched it, I'll fast forward just to my parts.
I can't remember where I saw it. Like it was on the Roku or it was on somewhere. I caught it one day. I was like, holy shit!
And the crazy part is that was shot around the Kiss touring time. So,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I didn't have gray hair.
25 years ago. I didn't have gray hair. Shit, at least you got some hair. Shit.
Yeah, I was married. You know, it was even funnier. Hair? What are you talking about? Bringing on hair? You know,
well, you can grow hair.
I ain't that dude, and I'm not gonna sport the half horseshoe.
The half horseshoe.
I'd rather just fucking shave it, you know.
I look like one of the little hat people if I try to grow hair, man.
But yeah, you know, you already plugged Messiah 9. You know,
yeah, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna release it for real soon, and I can see who the hell cares and try and, you know, that's another thing. You know, it's like I talk about this too on a radio show. It's like back in the day, you know, being from Long Island, it's like bands like Life of Agony and Typo Negative and Suffocation. You know, all these bands that we grew up knowing each other, we would open up for each other, take each other on tour. You know, you were friends with all you know. And now you got to pay to play. You know, if there's a band I want to go on tour with, I got to pay to open up for them. You know, in a weird way, I'm not really used to that, but I know that's how it works.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know what else sucks right now is venues. Stupid. Venues would rather pay a cover band. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and that too. It's
ridiculous.
Don't get me started. You know.
Yeah.
It's crazy that even Leonard Skinner's. There's nobody in Leonard Skinner that was in Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and they sell out all the time.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Foreigner earlier. Look, they're about to tour with not one original member.
It's just, I know but hey, again, you know, people just want to hear the music.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, I guess. You know.
And
I mean, I don't even personally, I don't even want to go see fucking Pantera with who they have. You know, no offense to those guys.
I saw it. I was pretty drunk when I saw it, so I'm gonna go see it again. They're coming next week, and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be as drunk.
They were just here last week. They were just out here last week.
And I'm just old, you know. I mean, god damn it. You know, last time I saw Pantera was fucking probably 20. And I know it's Phil. I mean, honestly, I love Phil. It's like my favorite singer in the world.
I'd rather go see Phil solo or Phil even with Rex.
No way. No, man. I want to hear Pantera. I want to hear him sing Pantera. I love Anthrax. I love Zach. You know, so Charlie playing drums to me is awesome to watch. I love Rex.
I love them all too.
But, you know, it's not time. It's not Vinny. You know, again, I don't care. I even liked Hell Yeah. I love Hell Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Pantera fans hate Hell Yeah. I mean, but I fucking loved Hell Yeah.
I loved Hell Yeah.
Which is another band, like Mudvayne, okay? Like Mudvayne's touring again. I would love to get Messiah 9 to open up for Mudvayne. But in order for me to do that, it's going to cost me a bunch of money I don't fucking have. You know,
no, it's not, dude. It's networking, man. You've been in the game long enough.
Dude, network. Dude, you are out of your mind. If you don't think
you could get
No,
it?
no, no, it's not how it works anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. That's just like something else that's changed in the industry. You know, you can't like even when I was doing it, I would have loved to take bands on tour with me, but I couldn't because it's whoever the label says is basically coming on tour with you and paying for it.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just saying, like I just saw it the other day too. Got my juices going again. I was like, because bands like that are touring again. Like that's who I want to be playing with.
Wasn't Crowbar's touring, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love Crowbar, but again, they're not Messiah nine-ish.
Yeah.
It's funny in Bio we used to play with we used to do shows with Crowbar, and I've even used Kirk's rig playing guitar. That way we didn't have to put our shit up, so I had a full stack. Isn't that pretty crazy?
Yeah,
And then
that's nice.
Crowbar would go on, and I was just using his fucking rig, so I was playing guitar in Bio at the time. But a quick funny story is this was like in the beginning before we even really knew anything. But for the first couple of shows, we'd always be like, by the time we get up, we're like, "Where's the food?" Like there's really nothing here for us to eat. And then by the time we got friendly with Crowbar, they invited us onto their bus, and we saw that. So the pizzas would come, and they would just take them and put them on their bus. So we didn't know for like the first week. That's where all the food was going. Like lunch, because we would get there late. They're there early, sound check, and we get there late. So by the time we get there, they would take what was ever there and put it in the fucking bus. Because they were all big boys. I mean, fuck, those are some big boys. But it was just kind of
I remember Kirk was pretty big. I think he hit the gym. I want to say pretty hard. I think.
Oh no, and they had the bass player. I think his name was T-Boy or something. They were just a big band. Yeah. But I'm just saying it's kind of funny because we were a new band. We didn't really know any better.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget being in the studio with Creep one night. You guys were auditioning guitar players, and we're standing outside. I think it was me, you, and Alan. And we're standing there, and he was like, "Well, listen, we already got 2 fat guys in the band. We can't have any more." But he's absolutely right when he says it. You know what I mean? He's like, "You don't want to be the fat guy, man."
Yeah,
but the guy was a good guitar player too. I don't remember his name.
I don't even remember who he's talking about, but I could picture.
You know what?
Saying that.
Did I tell you I found a shoebox full of old those mini DV cassettes from and there's a ton of studio footage and live shows from Creep days.
Oh, cool
and stuff. Yeah,
I'm trying to. I'll put it in the box of stuff that I'll never play again.
Yeah, right. Oh, I just gotta get I'm gonna try to.
I know. I keep saying I get the adapter, bro. I need the adapter to play these old videos, and I never get them.
I need the camera, and the adapter.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
But I gotta, I gotta see what else is on the tapes. I don't know what else is on them. There's a ton of stuff
on cameras, like not on phones. It's, like I was watching those videos. I'm like, wow, I can remember holding the camera. Not the phone. Like, who the hell would use a camera now? You need a real expensive camera in order to not use your phone.
Yeah, I mean, the phone does such a good enough job anymore, and you can get little microphones for that, But
yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah, AI is taking the jobs, man. Like even like you thought trades were going to be safe, but man, they got these robots where they're like you can see them move their fingertips and shit, all good and perfect, and they can do anything, man. It's like
there's a robot band already. There's a band. The robots playing. I mean.
Are you talking about the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, Brett?
Basically, but real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? You're right, bro. I forget. I shouldn't be that. I shouldn't be that like, whoa, can't believe that, bro. But you're right.
Dude, you should see what Brandon's opening up in Vegas. He's opening up this heavy metal pizza parlor. It's like a roller skating place, and then he's going to have a heavy metal pizza parlor attached to it.
What's funny? One of the last times I was in Vegas, we did that residency. I went out with Red Cup. You know Red Cup?
No.
You know? All right. Anyway. Went out with him. We got fucked up. And was at this bar. And they were showing me pictures when I was in the Clam. Whatever the hell. Like, I really don't remember.
Oh, okay. So you're at the Golden Tiki.
Yeah, right. So anyway, the next day I was just saying, I was like, yeah, my friend Brendan, he has something to do with the Golden Tiki. And he's like, we were there last night, dude. I was like, oh, shit, we were. That's where we were. I didn't know. I had no idea. Yeah. I would have I would have looked for him.
Dude, yeah, I worked there, man. I was part of the opening crew at that place.
So, and here's the best part. I even have pictures of those voodoo doll heads.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude,
I didn't realize that's where I was.
I set one up for him. We did Kevin DeBro from Quiet Riot. We did a Shrunken Head for him. and I called Alex and his old girlfriend Lark Williams, and we set it up and did a whole ceremony in Vegas for him a few years back.
You know, it's crazy, Kevin Dubrow with Skid Row. We went to Korea, I think, or Quiet Riot, played for the troops, and I guess if we didn't know, but apparently they put all of our names in a hat and picked out a name, and whoever was coming there got to fly in one of the jets, you know. And
Like a fighter jet.
yeah. So they had to size you up for a suit and all that shit, and it was him, and he never did it. I don't know why. I just remember that, which is crazy. And we were all like, "What the fuck?" You know, like they could, because at that point they couldn't pick anyone. We couldn't just go, you know, because I had to, I don't know, something with the sizing and the suit and shit like that.
Yeah.
Not that I would have went, but I just remember going, wow, bro, going, you went through all that and you're not going to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I would do it. I don't know if I would do it either. Maybe.
I don't know, dude.
As a fat guy, I definitely wouldn't. But maybe if I was skinny still.
That's right. You're all bigger last time I saw you.
Yeah, man.
But you're off drugs, right?
Yeah, been off drugs. So does wonders for the body. Well, that and just sitting in front of the computer for too long, that's my main problem.
My weed. I'm trying to think. I could tell you, like, I don't know. If you want a couple more stories before I go.
Yeah. I got a little more time. I just I got a little bit more time. I got a new roommate moving in, and then I have another podcast I'm recording here in a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm good. If you are, I was just trying to give you some stuff.
Yeah, no, give me a couple more stories.
I got okay, real funny. It's one time when I was working for D. Snyder, we were on the plane flying to Sweden. I had a Maximum magazine, and it was.
Did you say Maxim?
Max, yeah, remember Maxim magazine?
Yeah.
You know what? I did say Maximum. Maxim. Okay, Maxim magazine. Right. Anyway, it's kind of weird how I even found this and how I forgot it was on a cover with some girl I liked or something. But it's weird that I actually, and when they say people don't buy it to read, I was reading it because I saw a thing that said, D. Snyder, something like D. Snyder puts together his blah, blah, blah rock group. They go to Sweden, play Swedish fucking rock fest, whatever. And it says, where's a rock and roll plane crash when you need one?
Oh,
I was on the plane reading that.
That's funny, bro.
I know, isn't that funny?
Fucked up.
And I remember showing it to my boy Cooch, who was his tour manager, and we were like, what the fuck? You know, we didn't show it till Dito after we landed, which is even funnier because we were like, let's not show it till we land. So I saw that in the air, reading it going to Sweden.
That's pretty wild.
The odds on that are pretty crazy.
Right?
And
I'll have to ask Haywood what the odds are on that. Haywood Jablomi is the guy that is coming on the podcast. He's going to be on a couple episodes with me. Yeah.
I like his name better than yours.
Yeah. The El Poopy did an episode with me a few episodes ago. But yeah, Haywood Jablomi is like a sports almanac. You met him actually.
The guy you brought with you to the show?
Yeah. No, it was it was Skid Row. It was a few years back. You were out with Skid Row, and
more than a few years back.
Yeah. Maybe 17 or 16 even. It had to be 17, maybe. But anyways, you guys were talking fantasy football and shit down in was it in Chandler or something?
Sense. I was really into it back then.
Are you doing it this year?
I had no one to do it with, man.
Oh, say you want to join our league?
Yeah, dude. We money.
No.
Send me the invite.
It's just a family league.
I can't do.
It's gay.
I'm one of those people that doesn't watch sports unless I'm fucking gambling on it, and I don't mean like I got $500 on the fucking Jets. I mean, like I play fucking FanDuel and shit. You know, there's a plug for FanDuel and DraftKings, man. Give me some free bets. Okay?
Well, listen, check this out. The episode I'm recording today, Haywood's going to be on it, and one of the other guys that's on this podcast network with me, and we're going to talk about AI picking bets and stuff. We're doing it in honor of football, so
it's going to come. I keep forgetting about trying that shit, dude.
It's going to come out tomorrow, dude. I'll send you a link, man, because you're definitely going to want to like
Tell
it.
me who
like
to bet, man. You better hook me up. I'll do another because you could do the best ball on DraftKings. You know, you pick the you draft the players, and then they just go in order of the points they have. You don't have to put anybody playing. You know.
Well, Haywood is extra gay with it. He does baseball too, and he's got this.
He's really happy.
Huh?
So he's really happy?
Yeah. He uses this thing called EVY, and it gets all these baseball picks, and he works with them somehow. And so I don't know. I'm going to learn a little bit about it on this episode coming up. So
I keep forgetting I'm on TV. Goddamn, my eyes are probably closed. I keep looking at you.
all right.
Yeah, you know. It's funny too. I'm looking at my thing. I have a thing. It's like one time I was smoking a joint at Ozfest a long time ago backstage, and I was smoking with Be Real, and I went onto my bus, and I was like, or my band was watching me. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I just smoked a joint with Be Real," and they were like, "I wasn't Be Real. I was Surge from System of a Down." I had no idea. That's how long they just came out. It was like in 2000 or something. That Ozfest.
I met them. I met them all at. They did like an OBC concert for that 107.5 in Vegas back probably about that same time, 2000. I met all those guys back then.
And that one. Anyway, man, I've talked to you enough, dude.
Well, dude, it's good talking to you, man. We don't talk
dude,
enough,
this is awesome,
man.
bro. And you should feel lucky. You're my second podcast I've done.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Maybe we cut some bonus content or something, because we do
some bonus content.
No, we have we have a paywall too. So like this will be a free episode that'll put out, but then we also have.
Oh yeah, I want to do the thing. Like, dude, check the Whatever podcast. It's pretty funny. The dude just rips apart chicks. Or chicks that think they're hot.
Whatever. I'm gonna write it down.
It's called at Whatever podcast, and they just basically rip apart chicks, and that's why I want to do a reaction thing, because honestly, my face has to be so funny watching this stuff, because I cannot believe how dumb these fucking girls are, and how, again, not saying all girls are, but there's a weird generation thing going on, and when you, God, this sounds so old, but when you watch,
get off my lawn, little bitches,
dude, even funnier. I'm glad you said that, because I live on a golf course, right? So my back right here is a big golf course. I don't even play fucking golf, but when the people come by on their carts and they actually drive on the fucking where they're not supposed to, I'm like that close to going, get off my lawn. I don't even care. I don't play. But I'm getting old.
They're like, oh my God, honey, look at this tattoo freak. We better go.
What are you doing? The fucking road's right here. They give you a thing to drive down. How lazy are you? Then stay home. Don't go play golf. If you're going to drive, you got to drive the cart to the ball. Again, I don't play it, but I'm just saying.
You should start, man. I hear it's very soothing.
All right, cool. I think I need it, goddammit. But yeah, check out my radio show, man. It'll be like you'll be able to watch it on your internet fucking soon. I don't know, but it's 99.3 WZRF-FM, Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. All right.
Yeah, it's funny that actually I do shit like this. I'll be like, all right, next up, I'm gonna play some Pantera. Instead of being like, all right, next up. I do it like I'm on stage. Like I'm fucking announcing songs. It's pretty funny.
And now coming to the stage.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. All right, fucking next up, we're going to have some Suicidal.
That's funny.
Anyway. Yeah, dude, it was good talking to you, dude.
This man. Awesome. And you're welcome back anytime, man. We'll do another one sometime.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, Brett. All right, later.